Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. As you probably know, a Sukhoi 25 was shot down over Ukraine by the Ukrainian defense systems, and the pilot was able to eject his cockpit, and he was captured by the Ukrainians. The Ukrainians claim that there was a video that circulates, or you can watch it, with this guy, with this pilot, led by one Ukrainian soldiers. He's blindfolded and with in underwear, walking, being taken from one place to another place. And the Ukrainians are claiming that this gentleman, this pilot, reported that he's a Wagner group mercenary who somehow was given a Russian plane by the Russian military. I think it's $10 million plane to use and to bomb Ukraine. I personally have big doubts that that's true. Not that's true that the guy was shot down. That it's not true that he's a pilot, but the fact that the Russian military will give their uh, uh, airplanes to a mercenary group like they don't have their pilots. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of like very, very stretched, very hard to believe. Not impossible, but the possibility of such a thing to occur, I think, is very, very narrow. Very narrow. Why they don't have pilots in Russia anymore? And if not, why not? They were what, a peaceful time. They have energy. They have I don't know, kerosene or whatever the airplanes are running, the fuel. Let's put it nicely, so make it general for the planes. So there's not an issue. So there should be a lot of pilots with a lot of hours of flying. So they should be very well trained. So why do you need this guy, an ex something? You need it to come in. He's still a human being. He's still a Russian. So if that guy dies, instead of this guy dies, still a Russian. So the propaganda will still point fingers. Ah, you see, that guy died, regardless if it's Wagner. But I don't know. And it's just what the Ukrainians are reporting that he reported after he was talked to, if you know what I mean. So we got some more information on this gentleman, and the Ukrainians do exactly what the Russians do. They put the person in front of the TV and say how bad he is, how great Ukraine is, how evil Putin and his nation is, and how he is. All right, so basically that's what's happening. This and the same thing happens over there. So just remember the Vietnam, and that was a long time ago. Ukrainska Pravda. This is the source, and it's from obviously today, June 21st, 2022. This is the title. Pilot from, and I'm quoting, Wagner tells Ukrainian Security Services how he dropped bombs and how much Russia pays for it. Okay, so this is the guy. If you see him on the street ever, okay, this is the pilot, the Russian pilot right there. Okay, the Wagner group, mercenary, whatever they label him as. According to the Security Services of Ukraine, SSU, 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 Secret Service, okay. A Russian mercenary pilot from the Wagner Group, a network of mercenaries from Russia, managed to fly in Ukraine for 3 days, after which he was shot down by Ukrainian defense using Igla manpads. 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 That's what it is. Igla manpads. Reports say that the occupier, which is Russia, Major Andrei Fedorchukov, and I said in the other video I posted, usually Ukrainian last names that are ending in Chuk. Voloshchuk, Kosmanchuk, Zelenskichuk, but Zelensky is not a Chuk anyway. He's a Zelensky Zolenberg. But and the Russians usually Russian last names usually end in ov. Karpov, Khrushchev, Gorbachev, Kosmanchov, Zelenskinchov, or whatever, Zelenskylov, something like that. So this guy has them both. Has uh, Fedor Chukov. So had Chukov, Fedor Chukov. So he got, I don't know, maybe he's half. All right, made his first combat flight on June 14th and was taken prisoner on June 17th. Now he told the SSU how he dropped bombs on Ukraine. At the same time, he tried to justify himself and said that it was only a matter of task strikes on the bases, concentrations of forces and manpower of the enemy. So no, he doesn't want to bend over and say, yeah, I killed civilians, I shot, I destroyed towns, residential areas and so on, for which I think he's got a few. Not here, because you see it here in the back of the head, that's where you get him. Anyway, in general, the pilot flew 1 to 2 combat sorties per day, missions I'm saying. He confessed that other mercenaries who were not regular pilots from the Russian Federation were flying Russian fighters worth more than 10 million US dollars. Now here's something I don't really believe, but as I said, mercenaries earn a rate starting from 200,000 rubles, approximately 3,500 US dollars a month, and additional bonuses for the number and effectiveness of their sorties. Previously, on June 18th, the 72nd Separate Mechanized Brigade, named after the Black Zaporozhians, shot down a Russian Su-25 aircraft using a Igla MAN portable air defense system, MANPAD. The pilot of the downed Russian Su-25 aircraft ejected and was taken prisoner. During the interrogation, it turned out that he worked as a mercenary at the Wagner group. Yeah, I mean, he can't be something else. All right, so if he is, by all means, mercenaries should be. But on the other hand, how can you fly a Russian airplane and be a mercenary? As I said this, you must be part of the Russian army, unless you just accept that the Russians are just not following basic rules of organization in an army, organizational rules. You know what I mean? I mean, unless you get now a guy who, let's say, drove a tank, you put him on a airplane. Is that how it works here? I mean, the same here. You just take a mercenary because you don't have pilots or something. How can you have planes but you don't have pilots? I would say the other way around in this case. How many planes does Russia use in this war? 1,000 or 20? I would say 20. And then they rotated. I mean, if they would use all their airplanes that they have thousands. Look at their, at least whatever they reported before the war, how many they have, tanks and all that. And it's thousands, it's not like hundreds. So nevertheless, we'll see if that's true, by all means, but it's a big stretch in my opinion. That's my assessment, a big stretch. Not impossible, but I would give it what, 5% maybe. Well, he should be, punished or rewarded according to his qualifications and membership, group membership. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.